I'm Stella and I'm in Year 11 at Parks Community College.
I'm Hayden. I'm currently studying media production.
I'm Angus. I think I'm quite media literate.
I'm Laura. I kind of do all my creative stuff with media at school.
At home, have a Mac.
I've got a digital camera.
I've got a small Sony DV camera.
A laptop.
Phone.
Quite an old mobile phone.
MP3 players.
An iPod.
I kind of gave up on my iPod. It was just always breaking.
An Xbox, but I don't really play it that often.
It's the usual computer. Nothing like high-tech.
Just kind of general teenagey things that you'd expect, really.
4 teenagers share their take on media literacy at home and at school. First-hand evidence from digital natives.
If I was handed an iPhone, I would not be able to. I wouldn't know what to do with it.
I wouldn't like it. I don't like it.
I'd be scared to drop it. I'd like hold it like this. Like, am I using a computer? Am I talking on the phone?
It is so ergonomic.
Is it a radio?
Funny how like my parents just are so much less skilled than me on using a computer.
Yeah.
My parents are more skilled than me.
Alright.
Really?
Yeah, my mum has Facebook. I don't have Facebook.
I don't know. I find
wouldn't
it
even know how
strange when
to.
adults have things like MySpace and Facebook. I think it's like a
I think it's
child
weird,
thing. I'm really cool and I'm hip. Look at me with all my gadgets.
Yeah, I think people just like Bebo because you just literally type and click.
Yeah.
And
that's
also,
it, you don't have to-
everyone can access your account, whereas on like
really
other ones,
dangerous.
yeah, other ones you can
Yeah.
just accept your friends.
I read in a magazine that 87% of people put their mobile number and address on like Facebook and Bebo.
That's probably because 87% of people.
Have you heard of these?
So stupid.
Have you heard?
I think most internet problems are like Year 9 Bebo based. Like,
Kind of blackmail.
oh, I
stuff,
hate you because of this, and that on your wall.
Yeah,
and
you can get like
everyone's
internet bullying. Can't
yeah,
Yeah,
really bad.
cyberbullying.
Yeah, cyberbullying. I just wouldn't go on like if it was on Bebo, I'd just stop going on Bebo.
Yeah, I would just be like.
I mean,
I
you
suppose
do
you
just have the
shouldn't-
option to block them as if it's on MSN, like MSN Messenger. You can just kind of choose to
Yeah.
block that
and
contact.
delete messages. I don't think there's really much problem with the internet.
In school, they make you change your password like every
Every week.
2 days.
Yeah.
You can't have like anything
That you've
that
had
you've already
before.
had. So you just have to keep making
Yeah.
up.
No
new
one's
ones.
gonna steal like
I
English
know.
coursework.
Yeah.
Well, everything's
Yeah.
filtered at school.
Yeah, we have. If it's not kind of directly work related somehow, then
Even if it's work related, sometimes they don't let you. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
You can't go on
research this and-
Hotmail, can you?
Yeah,
to
no,
check?
you can't.
And like when the
send yourself
teachers
things
try and
stuff.
teach sex education to Year 9s, they can't go on any of the sites.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
it's mostly because they worry about students kind of just listening to music or getting off task.
And just
Playing
playing
games.
games while they're supposed
Yeah,
to
but
be
the,
reading.
half of the games aren't even filtered.
Yeah, I know.
They
The
just
students
don't
are going
know
to find
it. Yeah,
some
I
way to
know.
get onto
Yeah,
it.
it's
And
just
they
a
used
new
to do that
site
thing
every
called
week.
Firefox, which would just break the filter thing, and you could just go on anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Then they filtered that too.
Well,
It's
not
at home, it's
No,
like you're
not
your
mine.
own administrator. So
Yeah.
If it is filtered, you can just click on a button to change it, can't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. But then again, at home you probably don't play as many games as you would in double IT.
Yeah, because you've got better things to do.
Yeah. My favourite YouTube thing is when they're doing the dance on the running machines.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's just another one of those kind of viral videos, which
Yeah.
just really gets around onto everyone's phone and stuff.
My
video.
brother's learning how
Yeah.
to play the guitar on a online lesson on YouTube.
That's
Really?
cool.
That's quite
Yeah, that's
cool.
great.
Yeah.
That shows how kind of versatile it is, because I mean, people do just upload absolutely anything. That could be a bad thing about it. I mean, there could be personal things that you don't really want other people to see, but they could just get uploaded. You know, there could be an evening where you're pretty reckless, and then photos get taken, and then it gets
Yeah.
uploaded the next day.
You're just
It's
like,
like, oh God,
dear.
did I really do that? Kind of thing.
Yeah, like everyone uploaded photos of when I had people around my dad's house.
Oh yeah.
And then my mum and my sister found out and was like,
Oh,
did
yeah.
you have a party last night? I was like, no. It was like Laura's last night. I was like, yeah. I had a party. Online wire.
You know they're making it illegal though. If they catch you once, they tell your server and your server tells you off. That if you catch them again, you get a second warning. And if they catch the third time, your server is cut altogether. You can't get internet anymore.
But everyone's
Yeah.
going to do it anyway. And there are so many people who use it and don't get caught that I think it's not gonna scare people if they hear
Well,
stories like that.
Surely it's not illegal. You're only sharing information.
Yeah, it's called file
Yeah,
sharing. It's like the
yeah.
next kind of big thing, I think. Like
MySpace, MySpace is really popular with bands, isn't it? Because they can
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
can upload their songs onto and then you can play it. And
It's all getting everywhere. Basically, it used to just be a kind of a single thing, and now you can get everything on one phone.
yeah, it's all like collecting into one like super
I think
digital
soon.
device.
I think soon it will all just be one.
Yeah, one
single
handheld
object.
thing that's
You know, it'd be your
every digital
Xbox,
thing.
it'll
Life
be a
in your
video
hand.
player, whatever.
yeah, and you can like live another life in there if you want. Just from your hand. Oh no!
How like Second
Oh, yeah,
Life
Second
They've already
program.
made Second Life. I saw
Yeah,
a
where
program
you get
about
to like
it.
by yourself.
You get to basically
and then
do
be whatever
everything.
you want. You can find people on
and you
the
can like
internet.
have sexual partners in Second Life. It's
Well, yeah,
really
The
weird.
Sims.
It's like an
That's
adult.
Sims,
It's like an
but
adult online Sims.
adult life on computers.
Wait, it's a computer game?
Well,
No, it's like an
computer
online
life.
game thing.
You basically just kind of...
And you can buy
Yeah.
stuff. You can go
You
into
just
shops
log
and
in.
buy it, and they send it to you.
It's just this kind
What
of
do you mean?
secondary
Like
virtual
you walk into
life.
like Gucci in the thing and buy a product, but because it's got your address details, it sends it to your house.
What, so you've actually bought it?
But you actually have to pay for it with like credit card details.
How weird.
Yeah, it's really creepy, I think.
What, so you're like living your life but on a
Twice.
screen?
On a computer,
Yeah.
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 That's what, yeah.
That's what it is.
God,
is
we're
what
never
it's
going to
done.
go out, are we? Just 'cause sit at home.
Media literacy has been high on the agenda for Parkside Community College for the past 15 years.
I always use Google and Wikipedia and things like that.
Websites like Wikipedia a lot and Google kind of every single day.
I won't use Wikipedia because other people can just add whatever they like on there.
Use only the web for research for homework.
I don't really trust sites that I don't really know well.
If it's got like a yellow background with like chilies on it, don't use that one.
An awful lot of schools have successfully used the ingredients of ICT, but not enough of them to make a recipe that really changes learning. All the ingredients are there, they are just not being used yet.
Well, at school we've got probably about enough to have everyone on one computer at a time, all at the same time, including laptops as well.
Yeah, probably just
It's true.
enough for a whole year group.
No, they don't have enough for everyone.
Every department's got like 3 laptop trolleys.
Yeah, there's,
Really?
there's like 35 laptops in each trolley.
I had no idea. I
And then
thought-
there's 3 computer rooms.
And
And the
the-
4
and maths
computer rooms.
and the CAD suite.
CAD suite.
That's crazy. And it's all networked.
You know, I like the whole media thing, but some things I like old school, like on paper. Like, I know our teachers don't want you to hand it in a USB. They're like, well, I don't want to waste my time having to print it out to market. So
Yeah, I
I
like
don't know, there's a
writing.
few things I wouldn't want to change. You know, but I'd change our IT lessons so there's something that's actually useful
Yeah,
rather than
IT.
like fruit and veg making a recipe card.
Yeah.
If you're good at internet or, flowcharts, they should confirm that and then just ask you to work on more internet or flowchart.
No, and most people don't really know how to use Word like properly, like absolutely everything on it, and then Excel and all the things that you might actually need when you're older in a job. I think our IT lessons, like core humanities
I'm
IT
more
lessons,
about,
are just
like-
so like primary schools like stuff. We're doing the same things just with different topics.
I think IT is we learn how to use computers in all the other lessons, and we don't really need
Yeah.
IT because
Yeah.
that's just.
And I
Yeah.
think now you're expected to know how to use the basics. So it's
Yeah.
not like they're teaching you basic computer skills.
Yeah, I
They're
think
teaching you how to like create formulas and stuff. So I'm not going to need that.
we are basically like the
it's
kind
not
of latest to kind of computers generation.
Yeah.
We're the ones who know how to use it. I think the adults and like the teachers are kind of worried that we're as like poorly informed about computers as
Because
them.
they are.
Yeah, so they kind
Yeah.
of give us the simple stuff.
Yeah.
And I think really, we could just do our own thing and they could just monitor that. 'Cause, It's still going to be more advanced than what they could do. So we know what we're doing because we've grown up with computers.
Yeah.
It's not like it came.
We've had it since forever.
Yeah.
Can't remember not having a computer.
Yeah.
I think quite media literate because I watch quite a lot of television and I read the papers as well.
Analysing images and films and stuff like that.
Working out how things appeal kind of aesthetically via kind of layout and stuff like that.
It's like if you can read a book, but it's reading different types of images and reading films in like not just the way that you're supposed to see it, it's like reading between the lines of stuff. That's how I see it.
In the next 5 years, users will be at the centre of their video experience. 8 hours of new video are uploaded onto YouTube every minute.
I never actually heard
Yeah.
the term media literacy before. but
Neither have I.
Me neither.
I mean,
I've imagined it to be kind of evaluating certain, I don't know, like, when we watch a film, like when we did the Psycho project,
Yeah.
we watched the film, then we evaluated the film and worked out symbolism and then made our own edit with our own soundtrack to see if that would change.
Just the whole sort of
aspect
like communication behind the media.
Yeah.
And you can apply that to like all the subjects, can't you? Like you do presentations and like a maths presentation
Yeah, and
or
we used to have to use that
science.
animation thing for
Yeah.
maths
Yeah.
sometimes.
And we've made like films for science, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like,
And I know in photography we focus a lot on like the media photos and everything and how the setup and how to read it.
One of the first things that I found I learnt was like that, because we read from left to right,
you
Yeah.
do the image from
the
left
thing
to
on the
right.
left.
The image.
has a different meaning, so it could be more important or less important.
And it could also be in the past, and the middle being the present, and on the right it being in the future, and then you get that's the rule of thirds.
Yeah.
We do that thing where you flip the image and it tells like a different story.
Yeah.
It's really weird though, because since I've been doing all of that stuff, I find I can't watch a movie now.
Yeah.
With like crazy special effects and stuff, and enjoy it. I think like, how do they do that?
Yeah.
It's like continuity error, and I kind of just like notice all of these things that aren't right.
My mum gets annoyed when we watch films, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's called a this and this and this. And I'm just like, oh,
that's
you know, the effect is created as this. You can't enjoy it as much without having to like turn your brain on and actually like see everything that's going on in the film.
I think over-analysing does
kill things.
Yeah, I suppose. But then it also does put you in the kind of correct mindset for kind of seeing things that are meant to be analysed.
What it does is it puts you in the correct mindset to actually make it and sort of make it work and to its best capability.
Yeah. If you didn't have like class discussions saying how this works and how these colours work and where that person is, when it does come down to actually coming up with, say, like a graphic product or like a photography shoot thing, it could be far different because you don't understand kind of the symbolism as well, like why it appeals.
Yeah, it works for drama as well, because do you remember when we made those drama films? Yeah. We had to do like all the different symbolism and
levels and proxemics.
Yeah,
and, like how high or how like demonstrates how dominant someone is.
Yeah.
That was hard to make because when you have been doing media for 5 years, you think about like every single thing.
But you have to be creative as well. You have to have a creative flair to make something any good.
Like those drama films, if we didn't kind of have an idea like of what we were going to, it would be really hard.
You can like film something perfectly, as in theoretically, like, but it may not. That's not necessarily good if it hasn't got like that extra sort of
originality,
personal touch.
Yeah, if you do things by the book constantly.
Yeah. Like it's exactly how it should be.
Cliche, kind of.
Yeah, and then everything would be like the same if
you just stuck to the rules.
You need to start doing new things
that everyone else sticks to.
You need to keep it kind of unformulaic so that it stays interesting and kind of thought-provoking.
New technologies will always surprise us. We need to have buildings and systems that are ready for surprises.
I was just thinking that everyone, even like year 7s now, are going to have like the flash as mobile phones with internet.
Who really needs it?
Yeah, exactly.
Do we really need it?
Exactly. They don't even know what it is just in this on a phone.
Yeah. As soon as something's been done,
they
see like where they've gone wrong and where they've gone right, and then they work on their product.
When we had our big phones in year 6 with like
when did iPods?
We never thought that addition.
I was like, wow, Snake.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, whoa, is this a game in my phone?
Yeah. It's like,
and now there's like phones that have like better cameras than some like digital cameras.
I mean, I can watch the football on my phone for free.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a joke.